Hello my friends and welcome to another video. I'm Jeanette with Vivo Vintage Designs. In today's video I want to create a fall looking flower. So I have my little bottles of alcohol and ink mixture, and I'm often, actually all the time, asked what is the the ink to alcohol ratio, and I can't tell you because if it's too dark I just add more alcohol, and if it's too light I just add more ink. So here I'm adding a little bit of alcohol to the bottle because it was too dark, and I have the color Rust in here, and I'm starting to blow out some petals. Actually, this is not Rust. This is a combination of different yellows. When I have a bottle of ink that is empty, I put a few drops of alcohol, I shake it up, and then I pour that into this needle nose bottle. So all the yellows go in one bottle, all the blues and so forth go into a separate bottle. Now here I'm using the color Rust. And you can see that it's a little light, so I'm going to add a few more drops of the Rust ink. And I'm just going to go around and I'm going to blow out petals until I'm satisfied. And I'm not concerned about what the petals look like at the edges because I always trim my paintings, and you can see that I'm having trouble with the ink separating, and I'm not even sure why that is. But I later discovered that holding the airbrush a little bit further away was helping that not to happen as often. But like I said, I don't care what the edges look like because I trim my paintings to the size that I like. So I'm going to continue to blow out these petals until I like the way it looks. And then once I do, I'll start with the center. And you can see that having that yellow color underneath makes the petals a little bit brighter. You can see the yellow coming through from underneath, and I really like that look. Also, I did put sunshine yellow in the center of this flower, and so that's also helping to make the middle of this flower a little bit brighter. So while you watch me blow out these petals, I'll fill you in on what's going on in my life. I recently found out that I'll be losing my job come March. They're moving the finance department to another country, so I will be out of a job, which is a little scary at my age, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm trying to figure that out, and I have a few irons in the fire. So I've been really busy trying to figure things out. I also, well, many of you probably know that I had bilateral knee replacements done about a year ago. It was July 11th was a year. And I never recovered well from this surgery. I'm still having a lot of issues. I'm actually in more pain now than I was before I had the surgery. So I did go back to my surgeon, and there are these discs that are in between the prosthetic, and he seems to feel that if they remove them and add smaller ones, that I will be able to straighten out my legs, and he'll also go in there and remove some of the scar tissue. So we're not doing both knees at the same time. This time I learned my lesson. We're only doing the right one first because it appears to be the worst, and that will be in late November. And then 2 weeks later, when I go for a checkup, he will schedule the second knee. And I'm hoping that I get this all done before I lose my health insurance. So there's a lot been going on in my life, and so that's why I'm currently only posting one video a week, because I'm just caught up in too many other things right now, unfortunately. But I am still posting a video on Fridays. So anyway, now that I've purged, let's get back to the painting. So for this center, I decided to use the yellow for the center, and then I used a little bit of the Rust color on a micro brush, and I dotted that in. I wanted that kind of organic looking center. Then around the outside, I used a little bit of teak wood, which is of course a darker brown, as you can see. And now I'm going over everything with just alcohol. I know there's a little red dot in the center of that little well, but that's just ink from another painting. And so I'm just going over the entire thing and softening up those edges and trying to blend in those hard lines. And I'm having humidity issues. It's been raining a lot here in New Jersey, so my studio is in my basement, and I have such issues. Even though I have such a huge dehumidifier, I still have issues. So now I'm going back to the teak wood and adding that around the area where I want to make it appear as though it's in shadow. And I go back and forth with these colors. And now I'm going back to the yellow. I added a little dot of the snow cap, and I'm mixing that in because I want this to be more opaque, but I don't want pure white. I wanted a yellow color. So I just added a drop of snow cap to the yellow. And now I'm dotting that in the area where I want my light to be coming from. And now I'm adding more dark dots. So I'm going back and forth between these colors until I get a center that I'm satisfied with. And I am using different micro brushes so that I'm not transferring the dark color and the lighter colors into other areas. So now I'm just picking up a little bit of whatever is left in the palette, and I'm dotting just outside of my center. And you can see these are really light dots, but then I'll add some darker ones, and I'll add some yellow ones also. And I'm just going to alternate between the colors on the palette. Now this is a fine point gel pen, and I'm using the pen to connect those dots to the center of the flower. And you'll see that I wipe off the tip of the pen every now and then on my paper towel because it does pick up and clog up with the ink if it's not perfectly dry or if it's a little thick. So just make sure to clean the tip of your pen now and then. And I'm just going to go around and connect all those little dots, and then I'll create a few little lines in the center itself. And make sure to stick around until the end of the video so that you can see pictures of the finished painting, because I do have a lot of lights in my studio, so it's difficult to see the actual painting when it's finished, the true colors and such. So at this point I am cutting I thought I paused the camera for this, but apparently I didn't. I am cutting the painting. I'm cropping it. Yep, still cropping it. Okay, here we are. So now I cropped the painting, and then I used a black Posca pen to go around and create a border. And I love the way this turned out. I hope that you enjoyed the video and that you give it a try. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave any questions in the comments, and check out the description box for links to the products used. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.